so spineless, not the whole party, but the establishment, moderate, centrist Republicans are so weak and so timid and so afraid of Democrats and afraid of the media that as soon as one of their own gets attacked in any way or shows any kind of vulnerability, they know that the Democrats and the media are going to be like sharks picking up drops of blood in the water, and it's going to be a shark attack. And so what the centrist Republicans do is they back off and go, well, okay, yeah, and they end up throwing their own under the bus. And they're kind of doing this with Jeff Sessions. This has to do with the whole Russia situation. I'm going to explain that in just a moment, and I'll try to simplify the whole thing for you. But as you know, Democrats have been pushing for, and by the way, some centrist anti-Trump Republicans have been pushing for an independent investigation into Donald Trump and Russia and whether or not Donald Trump and his campaign was working with, communicating with, and collaborating with Russia to have Russia help try to influence the election somehow. This is what the Democrats would just love to somehow, some way try to prove. Even though there is zero evidence of anything like that, this is ultimately what they're trying to prove. So any way whatsoever that they can create what appears to be a nefarious connection between anyone connected with Trump and anyone connected with Russia, the Democrats are going to seize on it. They're going to see that as blood in the water and then start their shark attack. Well, the problem is you get the Republicans, the centrist moderate Republicans, they get scared. They're like, oh, okay. And then before you know it, they end up turning on their own as well. And that's what's happening with Jeff Sessions. You now have, for example, the House Oversight Committee Chairman, Jason Chaffetz, of Republican, who tweeted, quote, Attorney General Sessions should clarify his testimony and recuse himself. Talking about recusing himself from any investigation into whether or not there was a connection between Trump, the candidate, and the Russian government. Kevin McCarthy, the House Majority Leader, Republican, went on MSNBC this morning and said, quote, I think for the trust of the American people, you recuse yourself in these situations. But then he went on Fox News, and he's got a more friendly audience on Fox News with Fox and Friends. And he said, no, I didn't call on Jeff Sessions to recuse himself. Yeah, Lindsey Graham, John McCain, and some of these centrist, moderate establishment Republicans that are like, well, I don't know, maybe the Democrats have a point here. Okay, so what is it that happened exactly? Let me explain.